Hi, Recovery Girls. It's Chenille again. And in this segment, I want to talk about putting prayer into action and accessing your resources. So, as I've been telling you about this interesting past few weeks of mine, one of the things I've had to do is, there's some things I prayed about in the past, and there was a time where I prayed, and that was my action, was prayer. But then there came a time, obviously, when my prayer was put into action by making some choices that needed to be made to make some things differently. And I absolutely have been praying to God fervently concerning these matters. And one of the things I've been able to do is to pray next for God's will in the situation and the power to carry that out. And He has absolutely done that. I am amazed, shocked, blown away by how I am moving and doing things in spite of everything going on. And I know it's not me, it's Him. I prayed and asked for His help, and He absolutely has shown up and done that. And I believe that one of the reasons why I'm able to keep moving is because I know I can trust God. I know He's going to lead and guide me. And most importantly, what I'm experiencing today is not the result or consequence of a codependency or a dependency like in the past I'd have life experiences. And it's like, dang, I caused this myself to some degree. But I'm so thankful that in this particular situation that, I can rest, like I've been living consistent and striving to be consistent and live my life consistent and integrated. And I know that what I'm experiencing is a part of life being lifey and not consequences. That's not to say that if they were consequences, that God would be with me any less. For me, I just have greater peace knowing that I'm just handling life on life's terms and not reaping a harvest of some crummy stuff necessarily. So, prayer into action. And I want to talk to you about connecting with resources. So sometimes the only resource I need is God's wisdom and guidance. An example of that would be tonight. My son was feeling a little grumpy. I was trying to engage him. Then it was, kind of, God just spoke to me in my heart and was like, he did have a pretty big day, so he's probably wiped out. But you can show love to him. He likes milk and cookies and hot tea. And so he's sleeping, and I made him cookies, tea, put a glass of milk out, and a banana. And, that's my showing I love you. And he mentioned he wanted his tennis shoes clean, so put them in the washer. That's showing I love you. Little things like that. So in that particular instance, God spoke to me, told me what to do, and I did the next right thing. Sometimes prayer into action for me means accessing resources, and that is one of the hugest tools that I can say to anyone. Accessing the resources. We, living in the United States of America, have so many resources that we underutilize most of the time. I've had the privilege of working in social services and mental health for many years, and this is one of the tools I would teach my clients is how to access community resources. And guess who's accessing them now? Me. I'm using the same things I did with my clients to help me live life, and that is part of recovery. What are some community resources? I don't know. Family and social services if needed. Sometimes people need to leave a situation and they're not financially prepared. So, they have to reach out to a food pantry. I've heard stories about that. I haven't had to do that, but I'm happy to know that it's there. God forbid I would need it, but that is a resource. And many people have made that choice to get themselves in a safe place emotionally and physically. And then accessing community resources, churches, excellent resource. A therapist, a pastor, social support, family, friends, those are resources. Hospitals if needed, doctors when needed. These are all resources, and these are things that we can employ, tools we can employ to be better. An excellent resource is a New Life Live. I used to listen to that on the radio all the time, and that would just give me nuggets and bits to go on. And eventually I got some books. I got the Life Recovery Bible, got in, so those are resources, and you can listen to that on the radio or watch New Life TV. There's so many resources out here, and with technology and the internet, there really is no reason for us not to seek out recovery and to be the best people we can be, because there's so much support, so much free support, so much nominal fee support, donation based support. Sometimes you have to pay, but guess what? It's worth it. We buy houses, we buy clothes, we buy lipsticks we don't need, earrings, hairstyles. We can spend money when it's important to us, but guess what? Recovery and health, well-being, that's important too. So, ladies, access your resources when needed. If you have any questions, you can Google and things will pop up. You can contact your local family office or whatever you need. There's just so much out there. I can't go into too much detail. In the Indianapolis area, you can call 211, and that's helpful. I do know that. But, yeah, so hopefully that's helpful. But remember, ladies, sometimes you have to put prayer into action. Sometimes God will direct you, like with the cookie situation and me this evening. Sometimes you have to access your resources, and He works in that way too. Ladies, remember that God is wild about you, and He longs to overshadow you in His goodness. All you have to do is let go and let God. I've let go, ladies. What about you?